Starting fresh in my business. 2018. Roll it. Alright guys, I had some great emails come in regarding this whole, it's March and we haven't gone anywhere, and this is where the stream of videos is presenting itself from. I'll put it into its own list below so you can watch all of them. And basically what's occurred over the last 3 months is that people are not all there with their goals, and they want to be all there with their goals, and they're saying, how do I start over? What have I done wrong? How do I get back on the horse? How do I ride through into the rest of the year? And the last few videos I've talked about the different aspects and the different areas of just the things that hurt us from achieving what we need to achieve, and how to set those goals for the next 120 days so that we can realize the success that we want to see. Now, if you're starting fresh in your business and you're saying, well, I've tried everything and I'm not succeeding, but I want to start again, the idea is to go back to the drawing board and look at your business as a whole. So in 2018, you want to look at it from a perspective of, we're moving into a new area of online. We're seeing a lot of shifts occur. We're seeing a lot of businesses close down that have physical locations, a lot of businesses that are expanding in a different type of mentality with their business approach online. We're seeing things like Best Buy having its own little marketplace that really is, the idea, it's been there for a couple of years, but I think a couple of years, but I really noticed it in the past year, and the idea behind it is what Newegg was doing and Amazon was doing and eBay, and how do you compete with that so we can bring in more people to sell through our marketplace so they can compete and they can survive, and they're setting up the e-commerce system such that they can do this. The question really is, what are you doing to adapt with the future that's coming? I always talk about these things with clients, and I always have clients tell me, well, I need a website, I need to be online, I need to do social media, and they don't want to spend the money, and the money is critical for this. And I understand the budgets aren't always there, but we need to start moving in some form of direction. If you're not going to be able to provide a certain budget for what you're trying to achieve, you need to do things on your own. So a great idea is to go to a website like Udemy and get courses. I did that with the video making and the pictures and this and that. I wanted to learn more. I learned enough so I can do the things I'm doing so far. I'm still learning every day. I'm playing at least an hour of video every day from these courses so I can learn more. And then the direction I'm going from, and after that, is really understanding the thought process of, all right, I have these videos and I need to grow my YouTube channel, and this was the new approach I decided to move into and really make it in this space. And by that I mean, my goal is only 10,000. I want to hit 10,000 this year. That is my goal. Now if I hit more, great. If I hit less, well, what am I doing wrong? How am I gonna achieve this? And the reality really is that this YouTube channel means a lot to me, because I want to see the videos grow. I can deliver more through videos than I can from writing and from just coaching, and it's just something that can help more people. So when we're looking at it from a budget perspective, you don't need that much to go and do something like this. Now I spent a little bit more money, but you don't need to spend a lot of money, and I'm going to be putting up Nikos Rentas, the YouTube channel, soon, so I can really talk about the specific things I've done, like, buy this gimbal that's sitting by my desk all the time, and and really look at it from the perspective of, what am I trying to do with this? And we got to look at it from the budget perspective of doing all this, and how can I keep it the least amount so that I can get on a platform that will deliver. So really understand your business idea, and the idea is that you're going to shrink it down to its basics. You're going to look at this little idea that you have, not the big idea with everything, and you're going to really focus in one niche, one area where you can really thrive in, so you can take that area online. You're not going to focus on everything, because online is moving in the direction of niching down, and the reality is that you're not going to be a big YouTuber overnight. Some people are, yes. Okay. However, you're not going to be that overnight. And when you start moving in the direction of this little niche, you can start making content. Now your budget needs to be in the ads. And if you don't know how to do the Facebook ads, the Google ads, this and that, really understand that you need to go spend 10 bucks, 100 bucks, 200 bucks on a course to learn this if you're not going to pay somebody to do it. When we charge people for that service, understand it takes time to do it, and you're going to be wasting that time if you don't pay somebody to do it. When we're looking at it from the perspective of going online and really understanding it from a business perspective, now we can understand ourselves and say, well, how do I get my business going in the right direction by this process? And the process is quite simple. After we niche down and we start focusing on the content and start delivering, and we start paying for ads to bring people back, well, where are they coming back to? And this is what you really need to focus on. Have 2018 be the year where you use a different tool set that will bring people in that you can communicate with, that you can really develop a relationship with. Does this apply to every business? Well, yes and no. However, some businesses need it more than others. My goal with this YouTube channel is to share more content, to give more to people so that they can really get moving in the right direction, so that when they come to me for coaching, we can really zone in on the specifics and we're not spending as much time as the stuff they would have learned online watching my YouTube videos. And I really love it when people have watched like a whole bunch of my videos and they've come back to me and they're like, you know, the best examples are narcissist situations, and they call me up and they're like, is this real? I've watched your videos, I've watched all these other videos, what do I do? And we can really skip a whole learning portion of what we're doing so that we can focus on solutions that they can try and get out of the mess they're in. In business, it's the same thing. When I look at the business and people have downloaded my book and they're starting a new business, they download the book, they really get into breaking their idea, they're reconstructing everything, and they're there. Basically, they come to me and they go, well, this is where I'm at, now what? And now we can actually sit there and have that conversation of the next steps, not waiting 3 months, 6 months down the road for them to really shape up that idea. Last year's movement into this year has been very noticeable in the changes of online social media platforms I've been making. It's been very noticeable about how businesses are changing, and this is something that we really need to look at as small businesses and ask ourselves, what are we doing to adapt? And these are the tool sets that we need to bring in. So if you're starting fresh in your business, really ask yourself, what am I doing that's gonna bring me into the 2020 mark? How do I set myself up for success? And if you're really struggling with this, I encourage you to go out and look at businesses and how they are having success right now. How are they responding to the changes? And they have to be in your similar niche. So if you are in a niche where, you know, if it's a service or if it's, you know, some kind of trade, or if it's an online business, or if you're selling something, how are you going to respond in a similar manner that your niche people, the niche businesses that you're in with, how are they responding? And what can we start looking at to take from that, not copy, but take from that, apply a similar tool set to see our success.
Snow again.